Hey guys, Josh at Bane Tech. I want to talk to you about one of my favorite devices of 2013, and this is the Moto X made by Motorola. This is the Verizon model, 32 gigs of storage space, and I created this at Moto Maker, which is actually a pretty cool option, and I decided to go with the navy blue back and black accents, and I thought that was just kind of like a safe color to get, because I plan on selling phones in the future. I hardly ever just hold on to phones. And so this was a safe color. I think it looks pretty sleek. It looks pretty nice, elegant, and I think just about anybody could actually like this color combination. Now, I actually was tempted to get like the mint green color, but I just decided to stay away from it. But other than that, I really like how this came out. I think Moto Maker is just an awesome idea, and I think Motorola actually set the bar with customization and options, and I hope to see other companies catch on with that and give us those kind of color combinations and really customize the devices the way that we want them to look. Now, I am a guy that's going to put a case on a phone regardless, so it kind of does defeat the purpose of Moto Maker, but there are clear cases out there that you can get, and if you're not into cases, this is a perfect option for you. So that's one of the things I really like about the Moto X is Moto Maker. The other thing that I really love about Moto X is the stock Android. It's about 99%, stock Android. Of course, this is Verizon, and of course, they're going to have some of their apps on there, whether you like it or not. Now, you do have the option to root the phone, and depending on the update that you have, the camera update and so forth, will depend on your rooting process and all that kind of stuff. So check out XDA for your setup if you are interested in rooting. Now, overall, I really love the design of this phone. The curve just really feels good in the hand. Like I saw and read a lot of reviews about how the curvature or the contour of the phone really just fits good in the hand, and it really does. One of the other awesome features that the Moto X has, or Motorola actually kind of controls this, is the boot animation. The boot animation, they could change it. So with this, this is not the one that it came with originally, and they changed it to like a winter kind of theme, which is just really neat looking. I think that's really awesome. It's just those little small things that I've noticed about the Moto X that just really makes it stand out from the other phones. Now, this is definitely a budget-friendly phone, and part of the SIM card error is because I don't have a SIM card in there, and it's going to give you that error regardless. So beyond that, here is your lock screen. Now, the lock screen, you can swipe up from the bottom, on Android 4.4 KitKat, and it gets you to the Google search. And you have basically Google everything stock. I really love it. You got the Google launcher or the Moto stock Android launcher. Normally I'm a Nova Prime user, so I'm pretty much going to replace any kind of launcher that I have with Nova. But anyways, here's some of your other Google features. You get the stock Android dialer, which I really like the dialer. It's simple, it's clean looking, it just looks nice. I like it a lot. And what I love about this is that you get the Chrome browser. I'm a Chrome browser user. I don't like to use any other browser, so this is the stock one. The messaging app is your stock Android look. So again, it's all stock Android, and I love stock Android. The keyboard, I'll end up replacing it with Swift key anyways, but the Google keyboard is actually a good one if you don't want to download another kind of keyboard. Now let's talk about the camera for a minute. I'd say the camera is about my only big complaint about the Moto X. Now it's just an okay camera. There's nothing special about it. Personally, I don't like the stock Android camera because of the on-screen features. I kind of actually like to have more visible buttons just to go ahead and press, if that makes any sense. Like the Note 3, the S4, the S3 cameras, I really like the camera technology that Samsung has. So I really want Moto to kind of step up the game with this. And honestly, like a software update could help that out a lot. It's not a permanent thing that's going to be stuck on this phone, so there'll be some different features down the road. Now, if you're used to the stock Android camera, it's not going to be a bothersome to you, but if you're used to like a camera like I have the Note 3 or I've used the S4, and it's honestly, you can't compare the two. The Samsung has really nailed the camera department. So hopefully in the future, we'll see some better updates for the Moto X. Some of the features are just real simple on here. So if you're not if the camera isn't a deal breaker to you, you're going to get by with this just fine. Outdoor pictures and videos turn out amazing. Indoors, the lighting, it's pretty good, but everything just kind of ends up washed out. Now here is a shortcut from the lock screen. You just kind of shake the device. It works most of the time, and it opens up the camera app, so you can go ahead and shoot your videos and your pictures and whatnot, and just kind of makes it a short way to get to it versus a swipe to unlock or go all the way to the camera app. Now here is the stock launcher or drawer. You swipe left and right to get to your apps and also to your widgets. And you're going to want to put widgets on your home screen if you want. Just kind of customize it the way that you want. Now here in the settings, just to show that this is indeed on Android 4.4, Android KitKat. And that's how you get to the settings. If you didn't know, by the way, just a little short memo for you. Now you get a few home screens here, but again, I'm a Nova user and I'm going to switch it over to that. But it's not too much different from that. And you can make your folders real easy, not too hard. Google and Android kind of put all the Google apps in one place for you to start off with to get you going. And up at the top, you have your Google Now and your Google Search that you can activate and do all kinds of commands. So if you haven't tried out Google Now, it's really cool stuff. Just give it a go. You can actually use it on iOS as well. Now, as far as the physical feel of it, I really like it. I think I touched on it a little bit before in this video, and it just feels good. Coming from a Note 3, it's definitely a huge difference. I have long fingers, so I'm able to use the screen fully on the Note 3 for the most part, but what I did find what was more difficult was the typing experience on the Moto X, because there's obviously a smaller amount of space. And just to kind of give you a small comparison of what the Note 3 and the Moto X looks like side by side, both very thin devices, and they're not going to be too bulky at all, so very cool stuff. I like both phones. I can operate them both just fine. The keyboard, obviously, is probably the one thing that I found different about it. So if you think that this video was helpful to you, please give a nice thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe. Until then, this is Josh of Bane Tech.